We have Steve right here from ATN. As you guys can see right above me, right across there is all their products, and Steve is directly that way from me. So, hello, sir. How you doing?
Hey, Tim. Good. Good to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir. Sir, I've been searching high and low. They always say if you buy a good weapon, always buy a good optic. And a lot of the things that I've seen out there is either about this amount of much money, and you get a little bit, or you pay thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, and it's overrated. I found your company, so thank you, sir, for coming out and being part of this event. Would you like to start out and tell us about your company and what you do with your products?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate the call outs there. Yeah, we've been around for close to 20 some years, based here in California, South San Francisco, and we've have a long history of manufacturing night vision and thermal optics. Back in our heyday, we were part of the support mission to supply our troops in Iraq and Afghanistan over 60,000 night vision goggles, and kind of have been doing really well over the years, and made the plunge to go into our line of smart HD optics. And that bet has really paid off for us, because it took a lot of development, a lot of research, doing things that really nobody in the industry has really been able to tackle besides us, in terms of incorporating all of these features in the compact packages that you see here, doing things like recoil activated video, internal smart range finding, video capture, still image capture, all those things at a very attractive price point. As you mentioned,
it's actually better than attractive. It's like I found the best price for that type of equipment and technology for the average person.
Well, yeah, and most, if you're working with other types of optics, you would have to get a slew of other things to complement things, like a separate rangefinder, a camera, some kind of a mounting system to be able to record a video. We've stuck all of that into our products to give a whole comprehensive package to the customer. And I think we're doing pretty well with it. We had a few hiccups in the beginning. It's a learning curve. It's something new that we had to bring to the marketplace. But we've overcome a lot of challenges, and I think we're better for it as a company. And we're able to bring these types of exciting products to our customers.
Right. Now, it's HD. It's not the traditional glass. So just people that don't know about your product.
Yeah, we have for example, our XSIGHTs, they have a 1080p HD sensor in them, along with a 720p HD screen. So the whole visual stream is in HD, and you record on the micro SD card in HD quality video that you can play on a big screen TV and or a smaller platform, like a tablet or your phone, without any kind of loss of resolution there. So it's very, very exciting. So we've gotten very close to the clarity of a traditional glass. Not there yet, but we're working on things, and we'll see.
Yes, sir. Now, it's 720 at 60 frames or 1080 at 30 frames, correct?
Correct, yes.
All righty. Now, everybody knows this is a day-night vision, not thermal. But would you like to talk about your thermal product?
Yeah, absolutely. One second.
Yes, sir.
Our line of thermal scopes, here's our Thor HD, and it's similar to the XSIGHT, except it incorporates a thermal sensor, and gives you capability to use it both day and night, just like our Smart HD line of XSIGHTs. You could both also use those day and night, but it gives you a thermal image. It uses a germanium lens that captures the thermal magnetic radiation that all living things and everything really kind of emit, and it goes into a thermal sensor that processes through our core that we developed in-house, and you're seeing an image on the digital screen in the back, basically.
Go ahead and hold it up to the camera. That way they can see it there. So now, is that basically the same size as the XSIGHT as far as the dimensions?
Let me show you a comparison.
Okay. So I got you up on the big screen here.
All right. So the thermal. This is our 50 millimeter lens thermal, and this is our smaller size, 3 to 14. I believe it's a 60 millimeter lens on this device. It's slightly longer, the XSIGHT versus the Thor, but we do have a bigger 100 millimeter bell, which it's quite large.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now you can do it's got the same product as the XSIGHT scopes.
The features internally are the same. It's just the technology, what you see on the screen is different. With the XSIGHT, you see true color. You see what you would see basically through a regular day scope, both day and night, except at night you use an infrared illuminator to lighten up the area so the sensor can pick up the light and show the scenery on the screen. The thermal, it doesn't need light. You could be in a dark cave with zero light, and you'll still be able to pick up heat signatures and engage targets, that you see basically.
But does it have the same menu? And I can record and take pictures just like the original. Oh,
sorry, Tim.
No problem. So I can record and I can take pictures just like the original XSIGHT.
Absolutely.
Okay, I've got you on the screen right there above me with the Thor.
Right.
So, by the way, if you see the little dollar sign, sir, would you like to go over that real quick?
Absolutely. Right now, just to announce to your listeners and to the world, it's a live event. We have a major promotion that's launched as of October 1st.
Yay! Right here.
Yeah. It's major. You can save up to $1,000 on qualifying products. So take a look at our website. Take a look at our Facebook page. It's up everywhere for details. We're very excited about it. It gives customers opportunity to save for the holidays. Christmas is coming. It's right around the corner, and hopefully people will take advantage of this promotion and get some great products at a very good price.
Yes, Christmas, birthdays, holidays, good deal. Now, I'm showing some of the stuff below the thermal page. That price on that one is $5,999. With the mail-in rebate, how much would I get back on the mail-in rebate on that?
If you scroll up to the rebate offers, can you scroll up all the way to the top of the page?
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Yep, we're all the way at the top.
There's a little bit of delay here on YouTube. So yeah,
right.
So you would save $1,000 on this model, basically.
Wow, that's huge.
Yeah, that is huge.
That is huge. The laser distance finder, is that also Bluetooth over to this? All your other products are integrated with this as well?
The interesting tidbit here, our laser ballistics, laser rangefinder, you can actually use it both day and night. It syncs up with your XSIGHT, and once you hit the scan button, you will see the laser beam pulsate in your screen at night. So you could actually use it both day and night. On the thermal, because the thermal uses a little different principle in terms of picking up signatures, it can't see lasers, invisible or visible. You could still use it, but you won't be able to get an indication if you're hitting the target or not, because the laser rangefinder doesn't have night capability. It's only day. It would connect to your thermal scope just like the XSIGHT via Bluetooth, and if you have the ballistic set up correctly, it'll change your reticle POI automatically, basically based on the range to target and the ballistics you inputted into the scope, basically.
Okay, I do have that up on the screen right now with your ATN Laser Ballistics 1500. I have a box right here that you hooked me up with to use and make some videos. So let me bust this bad boy out here real quick. Now I didn't get the 1500. I got the 1000.
Okay.
What is the difference between the 1500 and the 1000?
Yeah, the 1000 is basically 1,000 yards. The 1500 is the 1,500 yards. That's basically the only difference. Otherwise, they function and work the same way.
Yeah. So let me open this bad boy up. Your products come with, some other products come with batteries. Is that just the battery pack?
No, all our products come with batteries. So you should have batteries with the laser rangefinder or the XSIGHT or Thor when you get it, from a retailer.
Okay, we're gonna bring the camera down here so you guys can see. We're opening the box up right here. We're doing an unboxing as well. So right there is your pamphlet that you get with it.
Right.
Alrighty. And then a little bit of dundage. And then there is the battery. Are these the rechargeable batteries, or
no? These are single use. I believe it's a CR2 lithium battery.
Okay.
It should give you about 60,000 cycles in the rangefinder. It should last you a while, actually.
Wow, that's pretty long then.
Yeah.
All right, got a nice nifty all-weather durable environment pack right here as well. So right there it is. As everybody on the screen can see it. And then over here for you so you can see. All right. Now, what type of program is in with this? Do you use the same technology that's in the HD scopes?
No, it's a little more simplified. It's basically it's more of a traditional simple laser rangefinder with a Bluetooth module incorporated into it.
Okay.
And what it does is you could use it in 2 ways. Either connecting it via Bluetooth to your XSIGHT and have it automatically send the range to your scope for the POI adjustment, or you could download our app from the Google Play Store or iOS, ATN Ballistics, and use the laser rangefinder with virtually any day scope, and it will, once you input the ballistic information into the app and you range your target, it'll give you a shooting solution basically on your day scope. So it'll tell you exactly how many turret clicks you need to do for elevation and windage to hit your point of impact, basically.
So it's good with your product or without. This is a universal product for everybody to use.
Absolutely.
Does this have the stabilization in it? Because I know some of them, guys will put up against the wall and they'll look through. Or
no,
does this
it doesn't have a stabilization to it, but it has a 6x magnification. So if your hand shakes a little bit, it shouldn't be that big of a problem because the laser is really fast. It ranges to target within seconds. It's not like you have to sit there and wait to get your range. Within a second or two, you'll get your range. It's a very fast rangefinder.
Good deal. Yeah, this will really help out because if you're a one-man show and you're out on the range or out on your farm, being the Bluetooth, and we'll get over to some of the settings on the XSIGHT scopes, HD scopes. This will transfer your distance and go over to your scope, and then it recalculates the ballistics that you need to make you a better shooter.
Absolutely.
Yes,
it's almost like cheating,
awesome.
honestly. It kind of takes the guesswork out of it.
Did you say it's cheating? It's not cheating.
It's not cheating.
No, sir. All right. Real quick, I do have one other product that you sent me. And in doing my research, if you're just going to go to the range, most guys only spend 4 to 5 hours at the range or whatever.
Right.
The batteries that you can get and put in your XSIGHTs will give you enough battery juice to last, a day at the range.
Right. Depending on the batteries, we recommend high-quality lithium-ion batteries, but you should get between 4 to 6 hours, depending on what kind of settings and features you have activated on the scope. Right.
Got to figure out how to open your box up. When I had originally reached out to you, and with a lot of guys in the research that I had seen, guys are out on the farm all day.
Right.
And those type of batteries just don't fit the bill.
Sometimes
but you do offer a solution.
Absolutely.
for this, and you have that on your web page. Let me go over here and let me see if I can find it real quick to show everybody. Is that's under?
It should be under accessories.
Accessories, okay. And right here, ATN Power Weapon Kit.
Right.
Right there, so everybody can see that. You got a little pamphlet that comes in the box, quick start guide. Here's the most important thing that I've seen a lot of people have problems with. They do not read the instructions. Yeah. Not only for the additional equipment, they don't read the instructions on the XSIGHT scope, because I've got the 5x20, right. And a lot of the other media guys have issues with this or that. They didn't read the instructions. You have to focus. You have to do this. You have to do that. This type of scope is for like a master guy who shoots all the time. It gives you that type of information. Right. And you integrate all of that to make yourself a better shooter.
Sure.
So always read the instructions.
Please do so. You put a lot of time and effort into it to have a good experience for everybody and learn how to use the product correctly.
Yes. All right. So what I have right here is your stock mount for the battery. So we got that out. Let me grab this battery. By the way, this is a huge battery.
Yeah, 20,000 milliamps. It gives about 20 plus hours of operational time when you're connected to the scope.
All right, so it does come with a cable for charging. I seen that in there. I'm not going to whip that out, but here is the huge 20,000 milliamp battery. Right. I see you got 2 USB ports.
In case you want to charge your phone in the field or something.
There you go. Can you also do the, what do you want to call it, solar? Is that enough for like one of those camping solar things? Do you think it'd be enough to charge that?
No, the problem with solar wafers that are incorporated on these types of batteries, it takes way too long to get a good enough charge into the battery from just solar. It doesn't really make sense. People are not going to have the patience to wait hours on end, if not more so, to have their batteries charged. Initially, you want to charge this for about 10 hours with a regular charger. With a solar, just using the solar,
2 days.
Probably, if not more, honestly.
How long would you get if a guy was out to the range and he was in his vehicle and he'd been out all day and he wanted to pop this in on the cigarette lighter and charge?
With a 12-volt, 5-amp, probably a couple hours, you probably get a good enough charge for you to.
So you got enough time to use the bathroom, grab a shower, grab some lunch, cook dinner, and then have full charge for the next event.
Probably. I don't want to say yes or no. You'd have to experiment, depending on your charger and what you're using.
Okay. Now this does come with a cord as well, and this has
with a media port cap, because you have to plug that into the micro USB port on the device. So there's actually a media port cap that seals out the environmental, fog or moisture or something when you have this plugged in. So it's, we included everything that you would need in this package, basically.
That is awesome. So it just slides right through, and there you go. We'll get to the scope here in just a second, guys. If you have questions, this is also a Q&A. Steve is reading the comments. So if you have a quick question. So this is Velcro, and it does have the side pouch. It's
adjustable. The Velcro straps, actually, you can take them off if there's too many for you to use, or, replace.
Oh, you got extra Velcro.
Yeah, so try to make it as comfortable for anybody to use as possible. So it's nice and snug on your buttstock. Doesn't have any play or move around.
Right, because there is different sizes of stocks that people use, from wood to polymers. Right. All kind of different things. Absolutely. You do have the bullets right here. So if you're running a bolt action and you need to carry extra rounds, sorry, we'll show it right there. You can put the extra rounds right in there, and then right here is the the zip part, and the battery fits right in there perfectly, as you guys can see right there, right in it. That is awesome.
Cool. Have fun.
Oh,
next weekend, right?
yeah. Yes, we have a big event coming up October 7th. We're going over, there's a guy that I play online with, GTA, and his name's Max, Max Torque. And he builds our maps and stuff, but he has a family farm over there. And we're going to head over there with your product, and we're going to blow up $500,000.
Nice.
We reached out to another company called Prop Movie Money, and they've already donated the $500,000. So we're going to record it all, and we're going to be using our XSIGHT 5x20 HD, and then we've got the rangefinder, and then with the extra battery pack, I'm covered all day long.
Nice, nice. Plus, you're using Binary X to.
Yes.
That's a big boom, huh?
Yes, Binary X over there has hooked us up. We're sitting on about 100 pounds, a little more than 100 pounds of Binary X.
Nice.
It's going to be awesome. So, hey, real quick, guys, here's the what you get in the mail if you purchase them. Let me go over to the web page here real quick, and I'm going to show them exactly which the one that I had gotten.
Right. Also, right now, during the promotional time, when you buy one of these, you can submit the mail and rebate to get the Bluetooth remote control, the X-Track.
Oh, you get the free remote control, right?
Right.
That's a thumbs up.
Value that right now, for this promotional time frame, we're basically giving them to customers that purchase X-Sights. So should be a really nice comprehensive package for the holidays.
Yes, everything that you need. All right, so I got it up on the screen right here above me. This is what I've got. Let me find my screen over right there. Boom. So you get this awesome all-weather case. Very durable. Looks military-grade material. It's a canvas style. And then right there is the big bad boy himself. All right, and then you get the sun glare tube as well.
Yeah, the sunshade, and the little pinhole is basically a daylight filter when there's too much light, because the sensor is very sensitive in the scope.
So if you're aiming towards the sun or sunset, it helps take it out. Yep. Oh, by the way, guys, you get instructions as well. I cannot stress enough. Read the instructions.
The quick start guide, we're actually have been getting complaints from customers that the full manual is not included. We're going to start including the full manual, but you can download the full manual from our website. All our manuals are available for download on our website.
Yes.
For customers to be able to take a look at, either on the web or download it in PDF format to your phone, tablet, computer, whatever you wanted to download it to, and learn how to use the equipment properly.
Yep. Also, you can join the ATN Smart HD Owners Group right on Facebook. So if you have questions, and I've been on there, I went ahead and joined the group since I got the site and everything. And there's a bunch of really nice people on there. A lot of them are willing to help if you've got questions or you need help. So you've got a good group to go and get expert support, not only from the community, but from the company. You guys are on there and help out, answer any questions that arise.
Hey, Tim, we got a few comments here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Rice HD has a question. What does the night image look like, black and white or green? Actually, in our XSIGHT, you have a choice of either black and white or green color modes. So if you like the traditional green color scheme, you could use that. If you want the black and white, which I prefer, it's kind of has a better contrast and a little bit of better imagery, is the black and white. So you actually have both with the device.
Yeah, I have it on the screen right above T-Rice. If you click on it, there's the green, there's the black and white, and there's the long distance of a nice mule deer. Wolf right there.
That's a fox and mule deer. Right?
Fox. Thanks. Is there another thing on here that you would like to show since I'm on your main page? before we get into the scope?
Well, if they want to visit our website, feel free. There's a lot to talk about and a lot to show. We have this beautiful heads-up display incorporated into the scopes that gives you pitch, yaw, angle, compass, just a slew of technology. You basically feel like you're in an airplane cockpit looking through the scope.
Yeah, let me bring that back up so you. Right here, guys. By the way, I brought a box down here as well. By the way, guys, I've bought a box of 500 for $25, a 22 long rifle. They're starting to get around in my area. Not only reading the directions, when you buy your ammo, guys, there is information on your ammo box that you need. The muzzle velocity, the bullet grain and weight. All this stuff is data that you stick into your XSIGHT scope to help get a better shot.
Sure.
So as you guys,
we have a profile manager where you can actually load up to 6 different variations of platforms and different calibers and input the salient ballistic information in it. So once you use either the internal rangefinder or our laser ballistics rangefinder, and if you input the data correctly, you can actually have the scope automatically adjust your reticle to the point of impact depending on range without having to look at charts or figuring out your dope and all those things. We're really we're doing the math for you, let's just put it that way, and you do all the shooting and hunting.
Right. Now your scopes also do what? Barometric pressure, humidity, the orientation of the planet.
Right. It has a gyroscope built into it, has a magnetometer, e-compass, just a slew of sensors in there. It
does all the math for you.
Absolutely. It does all the math for you. We have a recoil activated video function there depending on the recoil of your firearm. When you activate it, it'll actually take a few seconds before the shot, during the shot, and after the shot. If you have multiple shots, it'll combine the video together. So you can record, as much video as you want to. We don't limit you on the capacity. You can put in there up to, I think, 64 gigabyte micro SD card, class 10, because you want a fast SD card to record all those videos and high quality images, while using the scope. So, it's a really good system.
Yes.
It gives you a lot of functions and features.
And with the rangefinder, if you guys can see on the screen right above, really, the only thing after you get everything set up is just gauge your wind, and then you put your wind in the settings, and you're on.
You're on.
It's the 2017 day of shooting. I mean,
Absolutely.
It's taken all of the variables, digitalized it, put it in one scope. Don't need this, but it's definitely handy to have. I mean, if you're at a target range, you really don't need it. But if you're out in the wilderness and you're shooting, hey, shoot this. It's Bluetooth. It automatically sends the data over. You look down your scope. You verify everything. As you guys can see on the screen right there, it's got your yardage that you shot. It's got your up and down pitch angle, so you no longer need a leveling bubble on your rifle anymore. It does all of that.
Absolutely.
Oh, let's talk about the one-shot zero.
Oh, yeah.
Because this, I found, was totally amazing, and I didn't believe it until I did it. I set my target out to 100 yards.
Right.
By the way, for you guys to know, this is going on this weapon right here. This weapon is by HM Defense. It's the only one in the world that is fully polished. This is a 7.62 by 51. And we're putting your scope on this weapon. So this is going to be something epic and all that good stuff. But I put your scope on there, and I set it out to 100 yards, and I knew for a fact it was 100 yards. And I had my crosshairs. I shot, and where I thought my crosshairs were, it shot about 6.5 inches to the right and up about 3.
Right.
With the program, I put the crosshairs right back on where I was aiming.
Right.
And then it fixes that, brings up a white one, and then you adjust with your settings on top of your scope.
Right.
You bring another reticle over and up and you put that little pinhole right on where the bullet was at that you fired.
Right.
You hit save.
Right.
Zeroed.
Right.
I shot 6 different targets at 100 yards, and I was literally dead square every time.
Awesome.
So I'm really impressed with that. Now, a lot of guys say, no, you know what? You can save the profile to that weapon.
Right.
Take this off, stick it on another rifle, and do the exact same thing. Oh, well, you'll lose 0. I didn't. I took it off, zeroed it onto another rifle, shot the exact same 6 targets, bullseye out of 6 targets at 100 yards, took it off, and then I put it back on my 308 and shot just like I normally would, and it was not even an eighth of an inch off of the other bullet hole.
Because you got to remember, in order for that to work correctly, moving it from one platform to another, you have to place the scope in the identical position that you have.
Exact same spot.
And you have to tighten, very close to the same amount of torque on the mounting system for it to be, that accurate. So great job on that.
Yes. I will say this. I'm not a doom and gloom type guy or whatever, and I don't think it was your guys' fault. It may have something in shipping. Mm-hmm. The 2 screws that mount right here,
mm-hmm.
They were loose. I had to tighten them up. But it says in your literature that you test fire these before you ship them. So they are verified, they are shot and everything.
Right. Yeah, we have a recoil machine. We slap them on, test them to a 308, couple of dozen rounds to make sure it holds, things don't fall apart. And then we ship them out. Yes.
So just check your screws, guys. It's not their fault. It's not my fault. It could have been shipping. It could have been anything, but I did tighten these 2 up. Mm-hmm. And like I said, I was within a 1/16 of an inch on 6 different targets at 100 yards with 2 different type of rifles, same scope. I do have footage, but I wanted to wait for today's event before I post anything, so I got you.
All right, awesome.
So let's go to comments real quick. HD says, on the rangefinder, can you mount that it to a compound bow? Go over that, sir.
There is no mounting bracket for that. You could use it in your hand and range the target that way. You can put the XSIGHT on a crossbow. We have many customers that have done so, and can use the laser ballistics to range it and shoot the target, and it'll adjust also. Again, it's all the kind of data you put into the sight. That's how it'll perform. If you put good data in, it'll perform well. Garbage in, garbage out, as they say.
Yeah, but you want to talk about that too, because this does have a built-in rangefinder.
Right.
Would you like to talk to everybody about that?
You have to know to a certain degree the height of your target. Once you have that, we have a few presets for like hog, deer, coyote. But if you have a reasonable knowledge of the height estimate of the target, the way the internal rangefinder works is you line up the top bar to the top of the target, then you hit enter to save that, and then you line up the bottom bar to the bottom of the target and you hit enter, and then the computer, based on the height and the range, the mathematical using trigonometry virtually, calculates a very good estimate to target, which you could also use that estimate to feed into the ballistic calculator to adjust your point of impact. It's not going to be as accurate because it's using math, and you have to have a fairly good, accurate knowledge of the target's height. The laser rangefinder will be, of course, the most accurate thing you could possibly use. But if you don't have that, you could still use the internal built-in rangefinder in the device.
Right, I've got it on the screen right above me here.
Mm-hmm.
So a experienced hunter would know, okay, they can look at a deer at a certain distance, because you shoot so much, you're going to know distances. Right. It's natural. So they're going to look at a deer or a hog or a fox or a coyote, and they're going to say, okay, he's going to be 3.5, 4 foot to the shoulder. Try to gauge his girth.
Right.
And then once you can get like your best educated guess, put that information into it, and it automatically calculates it.
Right.
So, and then that's what this comes into deal, you know, is your distance. It puts all the information into it. This is, instead of spending thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars going into a range and having somebody try to teach you how to long shoot and getting into the rounds and the special rounds and all of this other information and everything. Look, I need a rifle. I need your scope.
Right.
I need the information off of my ammo box. Since I'm not reloading, I'm using store-bought ammo.
Right.
With this,
right,
I can get the humidity, the barometric pressure, I can get distances, I can get my elevation, I can get my left and right. It's all right there provided for you, and day and night.
Absolutely. That's
thermal is the other option.
Right.
So this does it all.
Absolutely, yeah.
Especially for a new beginner.
Yeah, at a very good price tag. You know, our XSIGHT start at $599, and you know, I don't know any other product in the marketplace that gives you both day and night capability, along with all those features built into the product.
Yes. Real quick, if you want to go over the comments real quick, I want to add a picture here for everybody to see. So if you want to read the comments, go for it.
Let's see here. Who's next?
I got something I want to show. Let me find it. Let me find it.
I don't see any new questions on there. So except here, would the scope work on a 7mm bolt action? Depending on recoil, we rate our scopes up to 308. You know, we have had customers that have had, you know, success mounting on, you know, higher caliber rifles, like a 458 SOCOM or a 300 Win Mag. You know, a 7mm would probably most likely work. It shouldn't be a problem, but you know, we out of the factory, we rate our scopes up to a 308 basically, because there's so many different variations. If it's suppressed, if it's supersonic, subsonic, depending on the grain, you know, there's so many variables. You can't say definite no or definite yes to one caliber over another. There's so many variables, you know, in our industry in terms of, you know, who makes the ammo, you know, how they make it, how much powder they use, what's the velocity, you know, all these salient factors, you know, playing to the recoil aspect, you know, of a caliber.
Right. You probably see the picture now. It says the theTIVANshow. It says, "I see you, creeper found." All right. Now, guys buy scopes and night vision and day and night and all that stuff. This is more than just a scope to put on your weapon.
Right.
This is something that you can use on your farm to look to see if somebody is on your property, and to legally protect yourself. You can record it.
Absolutely.
And take pictures.
Right.
So, or if you have a nosy neighbor that keeps coming over and messing with your stuff, or somebody's on your property, or if you're an investigator or something like that, and you want good equipment.
Also, we have these binoculars.
Okay, well, let me take this picture down and let me bring you up.
Earplugs keep falling out.
Oh, you're
so
fine.
we have a thermal version.
Okay, let me bring you up here. Hold on. Go ahead.
So we have the thermal binoculars here that do the same thing as a thermal scope, and we have the day-night binoculars, the Bino X, that do the same thing as the XSIGHT does. Basically, all the same features, except there's no recoil-activated video because you're not mounting on the firearm, but you can record HD video, HD still images, use it both day and night. You have that built-in geometric rangefinder into the product as well. has onboard sound, so when you're recording video, you're getting sound as well. Micro SD card, you can put up to 64 gigabyte SD card in there, record your heart's content, if you're doing surveillance or you're in the field, scouting or, stalking game. So yeah, we have a full line of, products, and not just scopes, binoculars.
What's the model number of that, in case somebody's asking?
Sure, it's the ATN Bino X HD. And also the ATN Bino X THD is the thermal version, basically. It's a more pricier because it uses a thermal core versus a digital sensor, but it essentially does similar things. It has all the same features as the Bino X HD, has video record, still images, has the built-in rangefinder, has the built-in microphone. You can record the sound as well as the video. And you could also use it both day and night. Thermal, people think you can only use thermal at night, but you can use thermal both day and night.
Right. And you can record it, and you can share it with your multimedia. Right. If you're doing the Facebook stuff, you can post it with all that, pull all that information out, and share it with the world. Absolutely.
You can make it, a social experience. Go out hunting, share it with your group, share it with your friends, share it with your family, post it on social media, YouTube, Facebook, whatever you want, really.
Right. There was a couple of questions that was on the Facebook thing the other day. Would you like to explain the Wi-Fi and the Bluetooth? What is used for what? Because
sure. Yeah.
I've seen a couple questions asked about it.
I'll be happy to explain that. So the Wi-Fi, you can connect to our products with our our own in-house built app. It's called the ATN Obsidian. You can download it from the Google Play Store or iOS, and you can live stream what you see from any of our products to your smartphone or tablet, and see everything that you're seeing through the OPTIC. Also, you could change all the settings in the OPTIC with through the app, being connected to the via Wi-Fi. Also, change reticles, change various aspects of your configuration settings there. What the Bluetooth is for, you don't connect it to the app besides the Ballistics app. When you're connecting, let's say, like the laser rangefinder or the XSIGHT remote control to the scope, you use Bluetooth because Bluetooth doesn't have the bandwidth to transfer video or images. It can only send smaller files like audio. That's why most Bluetooth headsets is just audio, or if you're listening to music or whatnot. So the controls are pretty simple. The information is not that complex that we send from the laser rangefinder or the remote control. That's why we use Bluetooth versus Wi-Fi, because the information is kind of limiting that you need to control these devices, basically.
Correct.
And we do use Bluetooth 4.0 on our devices, so one of the most latest Bluetooth modules. So.
Okay, I'm connecting over now to show everybody what the app looks like. I'm waiting on it to boot. I gotta make sure I got my Bluetooth on. It's not so much as a learning curve. When you get something like this, guys, you have to play with it. You have to learn it and know what you're doing. Right.
There are certainly limitations, like the Wi-Fi. The range is about 70 feet, about 25 yards. It has a built-in Wi-Fi module to transmit the signal to your phone or tablet. The only drawback right now when you're connecting, depending actually on which iOS you use, like Android, you can't be connected to the internet and use Wi-Fi at the same time. I know on iOS you can. So I know there's some programs out there right now that you can capture the screen on iOS 11, I believe. So you can do a live stream from the product to our app and then share the screen and do like a Facebook Live or YouTube Live scenario.
Right. Now here I got my tablet hooked up. I know this is kind of weird here doing it remote, but once you get it hooked up, you got a good interface with all your stuff. right here with your profiles. Now, if I'm looking through the scope, and let's say my wife has this.
Right, she could see exactly what you're seeing.
And if I say, hey, can you change this, you change that, she can go right here on it and change it for me while I don't lose my sight picture.
Absolutely.
So if you're hog hunting or deer hunting or doing whatever and you've got the guy with you, hey, can you change this? Or, hey, the wind picked up. Can you add another 5 mile an hour and give me a total of 15 mile an hour crosswind? And you've got somebody else doing it, or you've got the the dim set way down because you don't want the animal to see you. But they're able to change everything on the fly.
Right. The only limitation currently is you cannot record in the scope and stream at the same time. That's a kind of a limitation right now because there's so much information being transmitted from the OPTIC to via Wi-Fi to your smartphone or tablet. But yeah, you can change all the settings on the fly and view live view basically from the scope onto your smartphone or tablet, which is a great feature.
Smartphone, tablet, and laptop.
No laptop, if you know how to do that, sure.
I won't go into that, but yeah. The sights, the crosshairs, are you guys going to be having some more options coming out with those? Because
right now I believe we have about, I think, 8 or 10 various reticles. Okay. I think we most likely will add a mil-dot reticle as well in there, but that will be most likely in future firmware releases. And another great thing about our product is all the products are upgradable. Basically, we release firmware updates with bug fixes, improvements, new features, and the customer doesn't have to send it back to us to the factory. They could do it from the comfort of their home. Just download from our website, register, download the firmware from our website, and pop it into the micro SD card, and the scopes or the products will update the product for you.
Yes, it is highly, highly, highly suggested to always check for the firmware update. I had asked you that when I was originally talking to you. I did have to do the update, but it's plain and simple.
Right.
Drag, drop, push, pull out, put the card in, hit, update, done, and it reboots it.
Right, then do a factory reset to save all the settings, so there's no any kind of hiccups in the hardware, and you're good to go.
Yes, totally awesome. I really like this setup. Now, like I said, it is $99. I highly suggest, just from my own personal experience, and I go to the range, I'll live stream at the range, or I'll go out and do something. Remote access to power is next to none, and since I'm out there all day, get the battery. This is a 20,000 milliamp battery all day long. Get it.
It'll last you about 20 plus hours or so.
All day. So you can cover your day shots and your night shots. Right. You're not going to be awake more than 24 hours. Somebody's going to take a nap here and there or grab something to eat or use a little boy's room.
Right.
It's worth getting the extra battery pack. It really is.
Yeah.
So, I didn't go over the
Illuminator.
Thank you. I was grabbing it right here.
Sure.
Now, I got the updated version, or is this now the norm?
This is the norm. We have the IR850 Pro. This one that comes with a scope is a stock. It's much better than the previous version we used to ship back in spring. Now, over the summer, we've kind of upgraded it with the package and are including this version. It's the diode in there is a lot more powerful. At night, if you the front ones you could adjust for narrow beam or a flood. And it has 3 power settings: low, medium, and high. With high on the full beam, you should probably get about 250 yards at night. With our IR850 Pro, we've had customers go out to like 400 yards. There's also aftermarket IRs that you could get, which are even more powerful, and you get some real good distance at night with those.
Well, I'm glad that you did this one, because this one allows me to way out or zoom in to a specific target. Because when you're zooming in, if you're sitting in a bunch of bushes in front of you or the trees,
right.
This zooms you in and gives you that extra light to get past. I mean, you'll get a little bit of glare,
right,
but it'll give you more. It allows you to direct the light to where it's needed.
Sure, yeah.
So, that was the other question. You recommended the 64 gig card for these.
Well, it's really
can I use a 1 terabyte?
If you can find them, 1 terabyte micro SD card. I haven't seen those. The highest I've seen was a 512 gigabyte card on the marketplace.
Yeah, Walmart's got them. That's why I was asking.
Oh, really?
Most of the stuff I buy is 128.
Mm-hmm.
That's enough for everything that I do, but
our specs really indicate 64 gigabytes. I've talked to customers that have used 128 and 256 without really any issues.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I don't know if it'll work. A gig will work. You could try it out, but again, we highly recommend a class 10, regardless of the size capacity. And a good reputable manufacturer like Samsung or somebody reputable, because if you're getting a pretty cheap, no-name brand micro SD card, you don't know what kind of results you might get.
Yes. There's a question in the comments real quick. It says, can you, Captain John 97, can you put this on a shotgun?
Actually, on a 10 gauge, yes. We've had, actually, I'm sorry, 10 gauge, I'm sorry, 20 gauge. You could put this on a 20 gauge shotgun. We've had folks put it on there and record some turkey shoots on a 20 gauge with this. So if you want to, sure. 12 gauge, it'd be a little too much, but 20 gauge should be okay.
Not recommended for a 50 cal.
No.
Okay, so 308, 5.762 by 51, pretty much down.
Right.
Okay. We talk about that. Talk about the Lunar. T-Rice, it says, what brand of ammo do you recommend? Shoot Hornady for the most of all my stuff.
Hornady is great. Hornady is a great manufacturer. Continue using Hornady. We have, again, as long as you put ballistic, if you want to use the ballistic calculator, make sure to set up the profile with the ballistic information off the box if you want it to be accurate.
Yes, I mean, Kentucky windage is a thing.
Yeah.
It really is, but all you got to do is read the box,
right?
Get your muzzle velocity. If it's not on there, go to their website, find out what kind of round it is, get the muzzle velocity, get your feet per second, and put all of that information into the scope, and it calculates it all for you. Literally, once you get your one-shot zero, and then with the rangefinder, or if you're at the 100 and you want to go out to the 500, go into the settings and put in
adjust 500 and you'll
put 500. You don't even have to use Kentucky windage anymore. Wow. Put 500 in, and then you're still aiming your crosshairs right where you was at 100. Now you can use Kentucky windage, and you've got the couple of the sites that's in there that has the different steps below it.
Right.
So I mean, you can do that. But it's all automated. It's digital. Just put the information in, and it's there. Right. I mean, it takes all of the guessing out of it except for the wind and your breath control. It's
yeah, you could buy like a $20 Castro wind gauge, and you could read the wind and direction and put it in the scope, and you're solid.
Yes. Let me see. Going over the binoculars, HD gun cameras, spotting scopes. Let's check that out.
Yeah,
since
we do have.
We haven't talked about those.
Also, the X Spotter. Again, all the same functions, features, just in a spotting scope form factor. Can Wi-Fi to a smart tablet or smartphone via Wi-Fi, and again, all the features you would have in a line of binoculars you have in the spotter.
Yes. It was at 20 by 80x.
Right.
Yes, it's a mammoth. Day, night, full HD video, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, gyroscope. Let's see what else. Barometer, smooth zoom, compass, core GPS. All right. Let's see what else we got here.
Well, let me talk about the GPS because a lot of people confuse it as, as the government is going to go after them, knowing the GPS of the scope. But what the GPS chip is in the products for is to actually geotag your videos or images. So let's say you're out hunting and you have the GPS on and you're recording the video or still images. You can actually take that information when you get back home and overlay it on various programs or maps, and you could see exactly where your adventure took you and have the images or videos on the map to show you where on the map you did your hunt or took the footage or whatever.
Same thing, it's in your cell phone, geo tracking. Same thing. It just tells you where that picture was taken at with longitude, latitude, if you know how to get into that.
Right. And nobody can access that but you. Nobody has a remote kind of a low jack thing that, tells anybody that where you're located.
Right. Okay,
because we get that question all the time. I find it honestly a little comical that people are so paranoid, but
hey, some people, they don't like to be tracked. I'm a truck driver. I don't like to be tracked. That's how I make my money. But the law's the law, and that aspect of it.
Sure.
So, HD gun cameras. What is that? What's an HD? ATN Shot Track X HD.
Right. We did a line of action gun cams. About a year or two ago, we launched those. It was a pretty nifty product. You can mount them to virtually any kind of gun with a Picatinny mount, and you have a 5x fixed magnification that's built into the camera. You pop in micro SD card, and once you go airsofting or shooting or hunting, you could use that action cam to record your hunt or what you're doing at the range. But with the introduction of our new smart line of products, the Smart HD Optics, everything's already built in. All the camera features are built into the product. So we've kind of discontinued this product. We still sell whatever stock we have, but it's not really a current product line nowadays because we've already built all of that into our products now that it's kind of obsolete technology, as it were.
Right. I am over on the XSIGHT 2 HD series. You offer a 13 by 14 and then the 5 by 20.
Right.
What's the differences between those
magnification and field of view? The 3 to 14 has an optical magnification of 3, and then it goes up to the 14x digital, and the field of view is slightly wider. Some people like that more. The 5 to 20 is again a 5x optical up to a 20x digital, and then your field of view is slightly narrower because of the higher magnification, basically. But all the features and functions are the same. It's just the kind of magnification you're getting out of the scope, basically.
Okay. Let me go over here to thermals. Sure. Wow. Okay, so you got 6, 7, 8 different ones.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you like to go through all of those?
Again, the technology is all the same. It's just the size of the lens is different, which
so
will give
distances.
You different magnification levels, basically. So depending on the sensor, either 384 by 256 or a 640 by 480 resolution, and plus the lens size will kind of dictate the magnification in the scope. Some people like smaller magnification because they don't shoot that far. Some people like to shoot farther, so a higher magnification product would be more appropriate for them.
It also depends on what type of rifle you're using, because a lot of the videos that I saw about your product is some of the European guys, and they're doing pest control.
Yeah,
you don't need a 640 by 5 by 50 if you're shooting rats at 100 yards.
But it sure is fun.
Oh, yeah. Don't get me wrong. Yes. So, also, guys, right there is all the contact information. They do have a Facebook page and all of that. And make sure you join if it's definitely a product you're interested in.
Yeah, join our Facebook page, join our Instagram. We have content constantly that we share either from hunts that our pro staff guys do in the field, some really nice videos of coyotes being put down on the ground, or hogs, or whatever game is in season that we could legally hunt. We showcase on Instagram or on our Facebook page. So yeah, definitely join our pages and follow us, and be current with what we come out with and what we have to offer.
Yes, sir. What all products were you offering the up to $1,000 cash back for the ATN holiday season mailing rebate with the free remote?
Well, the free remote is for the XSIGHT. So if you buy an XSIGHT, you'll get the extract, remote control. If you buy the thermals, it's up to $1,000. So if you're buying the most expensive thermal, the 640, either the 50 millimeter or the 100 millimeter lens size, you're getting $1,000. If it's a slightly smaller magnification, there's a 750 tier, 500 tier, and a 200 tier. So really, depending on the qualifying product that you purchase, there is a really good rebate that we offer for our customers right now.
Good deal. Let me see. Is there anything specific that I missed that you wanted to go over?
No, you've been really awesome and very comprehensive.
I studied your product, man.
I'm sorry, we were talking about this, the EMP thing.
Yeah. Go ahead.
We were talking previously. I recall that if our products have an EMP protection, and unfortunately not, that would make the product a lot more heavier and a lot more expensive to organize it against the electromagnetic pulse, if such a thing would occur. But
yes, I actually had somebody ask me that because of what had happened down in Florida with all the power and everything that went out. This was right around when the big storm hit.
Right.
And then whatever, I'm not going to get into all that. Somebody on the other side of the planet was causing an issue, and somebody had actually asked me if your weapon was EMP protected. That's why I had said that.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, everybody I spend my hard-earned money on products. Right. And I do my research, and that's why I wanted to live stream this with you today, is to bring your product to the forefront and let everybody know not only are there options out there, you can get stuff that you didn't even think you could get, because her rifle, I paid $900 for her scope. I love it. It's awesome. It's great. But I want to be able to share it. I want to be able to create stuff with it. I want to be able to take my content and show, my grandson when he gets 18, 19 years old. I've got recordings of it.
Right.
So,
and that's kind of the differentiation factor of us and traditional glass. You can do with our products so much more than traditional glass is even feasible with, because it's all analog. You're just seeing a line of sight image, and you have the variable magnification in traditional glass. Yes, it's very sharp and high res, but with the HD technology that's available in today's marketplace, we're getting closer and closer to bridging the gap to give you that super HD, clear, sharp image that you would get from a regular day scope, plus all the features and functions that the 21st century offers to us, with smartphones and all that. If you're teaching your grandson, or I'm teaching my 7-year-old son to shoot, I can see exactly.
Take this right here.
Exactly. See exactly what he's aiming at. Show him how to breathe, how to how to aim, how to do all these things, and carry on the tradition, and and teach him how to be a good shooter, and be more disciplined and have patience, and not just pull the trigger, squeeze the trigger, and do all those things.
Yes.
The way we've learned how to do things.
Yes. Plus, not only with all that, you can add all this information into this scope to make you a more accurate shooter.
Right.
I follow a lot of Facebook pages that are about weapons and guns and shootings and gun ranges and everything, because I'm getting back into all of this stuff after being away from it for years. And, I used to be a good shot. I used to shoot a 30-30 at 500 yards and tag groundhogs all day long.
Right.
I wear glasses now, so when I use my stuff, I take my glasses off, I focus everything, and it just takes all the variables out of it. I mean, yeah, if you're the kind of guy that likes to do all that and chase
Nothing wrong with that.
awesome shot, that's great, but I want to go have fun. I want to record it. I want to be able to catalog it. I want to be able to show my grandson when he gets older, or my buddies at the range. You know, I shot a half-inch group at 100 yards, and it's just like the old fish stories. No, you did. Not with that old rifle. Dude, I got video.
Prove it. Now you can prove it.
I got video, dude.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
My idea actually is, you know, when you mount, you know, that trophy buck or whatever, you can have like a digital frame on the bottom of it, and you could show, you know, exactly how you took that, you know, you took that trophy buck, you know, and
you can have it right up to the point that you pulled the trigger,
exactly.
Stop it, screen capture it. There he is. It was literally a half a second before I pulled the trigger to get that massive buck.
Right.
Put that into a picture frame and hang him right underneath.
Right. Or with the digital picture frames, you could just have the video looping.
Oh, well, if you want to put a little 12-inch TV right around there and have it loop 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
There'll be a lot of TVs for some folks.
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. So, let me see. Is there anything else that we needed to cover? If you get this, now I got this in the mail. It says right there, get a free hat or t-shirt when you post a review of your ATM product. So anybody that would happen to purchase, is this still going on?
Absolutely. You know, if you want to, you know, give a review, you know, at a place you purchased, Amazon or OPTIC Planet or any other retailer or brick and mortar store, you know, if you send the screenshot of the review to us with your address and either shirt size, or if you want a hat, if you're a hat person like I am, like I have 1,000 hats of various hats, you know, send it to us to that email address over there. I believe it's promo@atmcorp.com, and we'll be more than happy to, you know, show you our appreciation, send you a hat or a t-shirt, you know, and, you know, be proud to wear the swag.
Yes, and that's the good thing about it, man, is you can share it. Share your experience. Real quick before we finish up, where all are your products found? Where do you recommend people to go? You know, yes, your website, and I got the link down in the description below.
Right.
But
we have literally thousands of resellers. We're everywhere. You know, from brick and mortar stores like Bass Pro Cabela's to, you know, Academy, Gander Mountain, you know, Shields, Sportsman's Warehouse. We're everywhere. Plus online, Amazon, OPTIC Planet. You know, all these various websites that sell, you know, good quality optics. You know, I encourage people to go to their favorite retailer. You know, I don't want to push anybody in any direction they don't feel comfortable, you know, going or patroning. We're everywhere. You can't miss us. Just, you know, in a search, type ATM night vision, you'll get us.
Yes, sir. What kind of warranty, real quick?
On our digital day-night systems, like the XSIGHT is a 2-year warranty. On the thermal, we have a 3-year warranty.
Okay. Good deal. If that's it, sir, you think we covered everything?
I think so, unless there's any questions from the viewers or that you know of that you want to ask. You know, I'm here. I'm at your disposal.
All right, let me go through there. Micro Jupiter, what's up, brother? He says prayers to everybody in Las Vegas. Philip T. Rice. Yes, sir. T. Rice is a Team Live member, and he also streams over here on my YouTube channel. He's getting back into the guns and stuff as well, and I was telling him about your product, and he's like, really? And I was like, dude, you know, why spend $1,000 on this great big epic scope, and you can get this and record it, and it's digital, and it's better, and it'll last, and everything else. And he's like, really? I sent him a link. So as soon as he gets his range up and running, he's going to be getting one. I guarantee it.
Awesome. There you go.
Yes, sir. Cherry Wine's in the comments. That's my wife, by the way. Hello, baby. T. Rice says, offered at Bass Pro.
Yes, we are in Bass Pro and Cabela's. Since actually, now
they just merged?
Bass Pro and Cabela's recently merged, right? I believe FTC approved that merger, and now it's one company. So yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
It's going to be a big behemoth in the industry.
SHOT Show. Are you going to be there?
Absolutely.
What booth number?
15.
Okay, follow their Facebook. Wait a minute, Steve.
I will find it. No, I know it's the same one we do every. It's been the same one every year. And
I was going to say, go to their Facebook. Steve will definitely post what their booth is on their Facebook. So it is ATN. Here, real quick, I do want to bring that up. I didn't get a chance to show that. ATN. This is my personal private Facebook, guys, so shh, don't tell nobody. Right there's ATN, guys. It is a closed group. Send them a request. They have a lot of people throughout the world that post over here on their Facebook page, so make sure you check them out.
I believe it's 15714, if I'm not mistaken.
15714 booth number.
Actually, I could go to the SHOT Show website and double check.
And you're personally going to be there?
I will personally going to be there.
Good deal. I'm going to try to make it.
I hope you do.
I've got a lot of money wrapped up in next Saturday's event, so if I start saving my money again, I don't know yet. I got a lot of stuff going on.
It's fun. It's so much fun, especially it's in Las Vegas, and there's everybody in the industry showcasing their products and the newest and the latest stuff. Is at SHOT Show, and it's a ginormous show. It's really crazy.
Yes.
I don't get out of the booth much, but when I do, I try to see what everybody has at the show.
Yes. By the way, sir, thank you so kindly for coming on and being a part of this. I normally don't promote products that I don't use or like.
It's a 15073. My bad.
15073.
So if you are at SHOT, come stop by, take a look. I'm not gonna say anything now, but
check them out.
Yeah.
Check them out. New adventures on the horizon. I'll just put it to you that way. New adventures. But like I said, I usually don't promote products that I don't like or don't use. And I literally researched for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks to try to find out my best deal. Because I built, to me, my personal most world's epic weapon from HM Defense.
Oh, they're good guys. HM Defense,
Yes. Clay over there, I work with him and the other gentleman's over there. And I wanted something that was unique to me. And then the next thing is scopes. And then I started researching and everything, and I was like, you know what? I can get a day-night scope for a lot less than I can buy a traditional scope, and I can record it, and with all the features in it, I can make myself a better shot.
Absolutely.
So to me, it was a win-win.
Right.
It's $599. Was that correct?
For the 3 to 14, it's $599. For the 5 to 20, it's $699.
And let me go. Okay, it didn't show that one, so it just shows the 5x20. So $599 for that one.
No, 5x20 is $699. The 5x20 is, the 3 to 14 is $599. The 5x20 is $699. If you actually go to the product page,
okay, I'm on
click the learn more from the banner. So
I'm on the banner. Where at?
Yeah, learn more right off this banner.
More? Where do you see that?
Learn
more. Oh, there it is.
It says learn more.
Okay. Yeah, there's the 5x20 right there.
And then the 3 to 14 is $599.
Okay.
There's a little confusion there. But see, the red button says learn more. That's a clickable button. You could click on it. It'll take you to the product pages.
Oh, okay. There we go. Yes, sir. Oh, that's the Thor. I clicked on the Thor series.
Yeah. So see where it says the 5x20 with a little dash, you could select which model you want in there.
Oh, okay, right there. There we go. I see what you're saying.
Oh, that's the rebate page. You clicked on the wrong thing, but it's okay.
Oh, I apologize. I'm still learning, man.
No worries.
But it's a good deal. So if some of you guys are interested, go over there to the atncorp.com. Link is down in the description below with all the other sponsors and stuff. Make sure you check them out. This is definitely a viable option that can make you a better shooter. So, well, Steve, thank you so kindly, sir. I don't want to keep you for the rest of the day, But thank you. I deeply
Thank you. I appreciate
appreciate
it.
your
Hopefully,
time.
you know, you'll have me back.
Yes, sir. Always welcome back, sir.
Awesome.
So, all right, everybody. Thanks, everybody, for coming and hanging out. Don't forget, subscribe, like, share, retweet. If you like what we do here on the Time Show, check us out. We do gaming, vlogs, trucks, guns. We do a little everything here. So, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys later. See ya.
Awesome. Thanks.